The broadcast is live.
There we go.
All right. Live on YouTube again.
It did record the other because I went to your YouTube and it was there for like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Just was acting funny on the back end, I guess.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody realizes to pop over to the other chat or the other live.
Technology is fun.
Yeah, seriously, I'm popping over to where everybody else is at.
Oh, we've got a couple of comments again. So we've got people here.
Okay.
So we've got people here.
Yep, I see it. There we are.
All right.
We're live.
We are live, finally. I just sent a message over to the other live, so hopefully some people will get that move in over here to this one. So, it is showtime, folks. Welcome to the PCP Podcast. Yours truly, Southern Tigger. And we've got...
You got it right. Yours truly, Athena.
And we have our special guest is the one with the golden pipes, the one with the itchy trigger finger, the one, the only.
I'm Tamtastic.
There you go.
Thank you.
So,
we see
Nita.
you. Thanks, Nita.
So is Adventure getting here tonight? But we're only 11 minutes late, so
I'm always difficult. It's just how I roll.
No, that wasn't you. That was a technical difficulty on YouTube's part. So, how you doing, Tam?
I'm good. Good.
It's
cold here. It's freezing in Connecticut, but we're good.
Yeah, it's cold down here too. It's not as bad as what you're getting probably, but
snow every other day.
Yeah, well, we were getting freezing rain last night.
Oh, yeah.
So
cold and damp.
Yeah, no, that's no fun.
No,
that's never a good thing. So, let's start off with some easy stuff today.
Okay.
Itchy trigger finger. We need to know the story behind the itchy trigger finger.
Yeah, I'd like to know what that's all about.
All right. So, I don't remember exactly when, but I was blessed with the gift of becoming one of Toby's mods, which has been great because it definitely has given me a new lease on this whole TikTok life and friends and family. Shut up, Wrath. Yes, it's freezing, but it's hot in my bedroom. So I am not very good at people being mean to my friends. And I am also very, very fast on the computer, on the phone. Like I'm a fast typer. I'm a fast everything. So I tend to leave the informational stuff to the other mods. And I tend to be more keeping an eye on the not so nice folks that shouldn't be in the room. And yeah, so if you come in and you do all the things that we've told you not to do, I tend to be the one that gets to them the fastest. And there was the trigger finger came from a gentleman was coming in a couple days in a row trolling, and Toby was having fun with him, which drives me insane because I just want to get rid of him. But he wants to teach him a lesson or give him an education moment or whatever. And whatever, it's fine. And so I'll be like, can I'll type, can I now? And someone, I want to say it was Grimlock, who said, Tam's got an itchy trigger finger. And that was it. It stuck. So whenever anybody's sort of on that verge of getting booted, everyone's looking to see if I'm in the room and if I'm going to get them or not. And I'm trying to be nice because it does give you a little satisfaction, and I can't be a mute hog. So I do try to let other people mute, but hey, if you're slow, it's not my fault.
Yeah. Well, you got most of the mods in here, so
yes,
they know now not to trigger finger without Tam.
they're all great. We're a really good team. We all work together. We have a chat. Tam is a Google machine. Oh yeah, I also stalk people while we're on live. That's true. To make sure about backgrounds and stuff. But we have a Snapchat, and so we'll also discuss if we have a concern about something or someone, and whether or not we're gonna get him. And sometimes it's who's gonna get him. So
okay, all right. So that's a good thing to know about.
That's where it came from.
What to watch for and not to say while you're on.
Yeah, don't be mean and don't repeat. Don't repeat. Twice is enough. If he didn't see it after 2 times, he either doesn't want to answer or he's not going to see it. And we've probably answered it. So stop.
Yeah, that's when I'm sitting in there watching people, I'm like, oh, for the love of God, please, somebody either brook him or just
I know.
Mute him.
It's my whole world.
Yeah. Oh, and you did forget one.
And no caps. Don't do the caps.
Can't do the caps
No.
unless
you are Ahmad, Kat, or Raya.
So, okay. I think there was a question, Athena, that you had that was very prevalent this morning that you came up with.
Which question was this? Because I've got a few.
Yeah, you did have a few questions.
Was this the one I asked you?
Yeah, it was the one you asked me
okay.
when we were listening to the radio this morning.
Okay, so got a question for you. This is just sort of a thing that I'm asking everyone on the subject of music.
Yep.
What do you think is the most outplayed song ever? Would it be ever?
Okay.
Bryan Adams, Summer of '69, or Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer?
It's Living on a Prayer all day long.
Yeah, that's what we said too. I don't know. I hear Summer of '69 an awful lot too.
I think you hear Summer of '69 at the beginning of for a season, like through the summer.
Yeah.
I think Living on a Prayer is at every wedding. It's at every prom. It's at every drunken bar. It's always around. I think Summer '69 sort of has it's cyclical.
Yeah.
Whereas
Bon
Jovi never goes away. Ever. And
Which is not a bad thing.
No. I mean, I've seen him a bunch of times. I saw him when he flew in the air and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, so did I. Those are the
actually
days.
lucked up and got to see him do that. I did not.
Twice.
We did catch him when he was down here in Raleigh the last time. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him back in the 80s. Yep. I also saw Tommy Lee fall out of his drum set in New Haven, Connecticut. He used to have this spinning drum set that he would play, and he fell out. And the whole concert had to end, and it erupted in anarchy and broken chairs. It was really bad.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. That was in the 80s. I'm old.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
By a year.
I'm old too.
Actually, both of us are older than you.
So. By a year. It's a big deal. So, you were pooping on the toilet before I was in the diapers. That's all that means.
Okay. I think I need to move up closer to the mic. They're telling me I'm too quiet. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
I literally never hear that. I'm waiting for Ahmad to make a comment. Yes. That sounds better.
Okay. I wish Khaleesi was in here. Bomber. Where is Khaleesi at?
She might be with Jake.
Yeah, I better watch that. Okay. So, all right. Good. I hate to do this to you. I really do.
Okay.
Raisins.
No.
We got to talk about raisins.
We don't have to.
We
They
do.
suck. Okay, let me preface this. They don't suck. Okay. They are okay in Raisin Bran. But they do not belong in cookies because they are imposters. Because you know darn well, when you go to the company picnic or the company party and you see the platter of all the different foods and you walk up and you're like, yes, there's chocolate chip cookies, and you bite into that sucker and it's not chocolate chip, that you are disappointed.
I'll give you that one.
So no, they don't belong in cookies ever.
What about eating them as a snack?
Yes, but you age out at 10.
Yeah. Probably right. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's an unpopular opinion. It's fine. But don't put them in cookies. It's just wrong.
That pallet of oatmeal raisin cookies I have on its way to you is probably going to go to waste.
No, the dude next to me will eat them.
Oh, okay. All right. So do you want to get some stuff in on here, Thena?
Yeah. So we all know that you have a great voice.
Thank you.
And so we wanted to touch upon the subject of music.
Okay.
I've heard you sing in your videos and wanted to know, what is your favorite type of music to sing? Do you have a favorite?
Yes. The favorite type of music I like to sing is a song that moves me, and that can be any genre. If the song itself speaks to me, I will sing it. It can be rock, it can be country, it can be classical, it can be Disney. It has to speak to me to be my favorite. The only thing I could say that I probably don't sing is jazz, and that's just because it's
jazz.
Yeah, it's just jazz.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as it speaks to me, I'll sing it.
Okay. And do you write your own music also?
No, I made some critical errors as a young person.
Are you talking about the hair that was in that video from your
besides
high
the hair?
school?
Yes, besides the hair. So I can write lyrics, and I have quite a bit of them, but I can't write music, and that is my own fault. Because my mom and dad had me taking piano lessons at a young age, and then I found out I could sing, and I was like, why am I going to spend all this time trying to do this stupid piano thing when all I got to do is open my mouth? And so I quit, and that was a mistake because I now have to rely on others in order to create anything original. So yeah, that was a mistake, but I write lyrics. I mean, you heard Toby's House of the Rising Sun. I wrote that. But I do have a lot of stuff that I would love to put to music. Fallen Angel 2510, Tony, who's one of Toby's mods, is an amazing musician, and it's hard because of his location, but we try to do some stuff together, and I hope to do more in the future.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been singing since you were a kid, you said?
Yep. 7th grade.
Wow.
Was forced. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, did you have any you were forced to sing?
Yeah. So middle school, you have to take chorus. You don't have a choice. So I was in chorus in the 7th grade, and the teacher had us all stand up, and we had to sing the and she said, when you can no longer sing if you can't go any higher, sit down. So everybody was, sitting down, sitting down, sitting down, sitting down. And I was the only one left, and I was still going. And after, she said, can you stay for a few minutes? I'll give you a note. And the teacher said, you can sing. Like, you should be doing something with that. And this was, in early 80s. So I told my mom, and they were like, okay. And a couple weeks later, I did the concerts the kids have. And I sang a duet with an older student, The Rose by Bette Midler. And there was a
Oh,
singing teacher in the audience, and she approached my parents afterwards, and the rest is history. Oh, and
wow.
by the way, my dad said my dad was 6'1". He looked like Kenny Rogers. God rest his soul. He goes, I didn't know you could do that. So that was fun, and that's where it started.
Yeah. Well, now you know.
Yep. So spent a lot of years, a lot of money, a lot of teachers. Went to Special Performing Arts High School, did the whole thing. Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was going to be my next question about training. And so I
Yep.
guess you had some training.
Yeah. So private
Sounds like.
lessons from middle school to through high school. I was accepted to the Academy of Performing Arts here in Connecticut. Graduated from there. And I learned a lot. I think I want to say the best thing I learned about the Academy was not only the music side of it, but I am at the time, it was 1988. I lived in the suburb where I went to school with one African-American kid in my entire school. And you go to the Hartford Academy of Performing Arts and you're going to school with inner city kids from Bridgeport, all the inner cities to the wealthy. And nobody cared. It was the first time I had a LGBTQ teacher. It wasn't even LGBTQ back then. It was, you were gay. You know what I mean? This is what it was in the 80s. I was exposed to lesbian relationships and bisexual relationships and just diversity and ethnicity and just living completely different worlds. And I swear to this day, that experience has made me the person I am today, to where I'm pretty open to pretty much anything. And I definitely attribute that experience to that. It was an amazing time. I did a lot of really cool stuff with a lot of really cool people, and a lot of them are doing really cool stuff today. They're on television, they're doing voiceovers, they're performing at Disney. I didn't do all that because I decided that it would be a really good idea to get pregnant young and have a baby.
It's kind of funny, not the baby, but the way that you describe that is not having been around that. It's something that I actually talked about with Limitless last time. I grew up on army bases when I was younger, and actually not even in the States. I lived in Germany.
Wow.
From the time I was 3 till I was 11. So I grew up around, both of my parents were military. They were both sergeants. My mom was a drill sergeant. So you knew I grew up in a fairly strict household. And you get to travel around Europe. I got to see East Germany before the fall of the Berlin Wall. And it gives you a different understanding when you see those things. So when we moved back to the United States in '84, I was 11 years old. I was fluent in German. Did not remember the United States because we left when I was 3. And we flew into Newark, of all places. And Athena is actually from New York. So she can attest to this, and I don't know if anybody else in the chat can attest to it either. But Newark around the airport is not the greatest place in the world.
No, I've flown out of there before.
Yeah.
So my first memories
It's just not.
No.
My first memories of the States coming back were Newark. But the reason I'm telling this story is because you had mentioned the fact that you went to school with only one person that was African American.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're exposed to not only that, but you're exposed to all the LGBTQ, bisexual, the whole gambit.
Everything.
That's what hit me also, because we stayed in Hartford for a year, and then we moved down here to the South. So this whole race thing between white and black and gay and straight was not something I grew up with that other people did.
Right.
So I see things like that on TikTok, and I see like things like that on Life, and I'm like, this is not what I grew up with,
Nope.
and it bothers me because, like this podcast, for example, is called PCP. Positivity creates peace, and one of the things that I wish more people were positive about was
Yeah.
being open to everybody.
Yep. I
And
agree.
that's one of the reasons why I'm glad you volunteered, and thank you again
You're
for
welcome.
stepping in at the last minute to be on the show.
Like I said, if you couldn't find somebody more famous, I'm ready to go.
No. I'm gonna get to that comment in just a second, but let me finish with this, and then I'm gonna get to that comment because I do want to talk about that. People on TikTok and in the world in general need to be more positive because it does create peace.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're more positive about people and judging them not on their race, not on their sexual preferences, but on them being a person,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to create more peace, and it's going to turn into a better world.
Correct.
It's going to turn into a better TikTok.
Absolutely.
And I just realized as soon as I started talking, we lost 5 people watching. Damn, that must be terrible. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so I equate that to what you went through of going to that school and experiencing all that stuff to what I went through moving back from Europe to the US and not having been around that stuff is totally, it blows your mind.
Yeah. Yep.
So
It's definitely a totally different perspective that not everybody gets.
yeah,
Positivity is infectious,
It's
Raph. You are right.
infectious. Yeah.
It
awesome.
is.
It
Yep.
doesn't take much to smile or say hi to someone, and
No.
just
It's why it is.
it's not hard.
No, and it is absolutely why, the group of people that I am associated with is why it's such a great thing, because we pretty much, that's our whole mantra, is to just be positive. And I mean, you can't be positive all the time, but 90% of the time we're positive.
Yeah, and
So.
if we aren't, we try to be.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I had a rough year this past year. It's not a secret. I'm pretty open about that on my TikTok. I try to be as transparent as I can, but I also try to remain positive. And I always say, you know what, I know I'm not the only one, and I'm just venting because you're all here and my friends, and tomorrow's a new day. And I always say it is a bad day. It is not a bad life.
Yep.
Stronger
Days,
together makes somebody smile. That's right, Michael.
and that's the thing. I mean, bad days are just that, they're days.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes they end up being bad weeks. And sometimes they can even be bad months. But at the end of the day, it's eventually going to get better.
Yeah.
It just has to.
Yep, it's going to. Now, I'm going to go back and address your comment.
Yes.
Because you said that.
I was kidding. I'm just
even though
kidding.
you were kidding, but I'm still going to scold you for that. Because
no one's famous anyway on TikTok.
Nobody is famous on TikTok. How many times has Toby said,
I know, I'm just
live,
teasing,
that there's no such thing as a big creator and a small creator? Everybody is a creator that's the same. I mean,
yeah.
That's the thing, though. And that's the thing about you, Tam. You may not be as boisterous and bragging and whatnot as Bomber and Wrath and Toby. And you might not be as pocket-sized and fun-sized mod as Allie. But you have your own personality.
Oh, for sure.
And your personality is perfect the way it is.
I won't disagree.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm pretty happy with who I am. It's taken me a long time to get here.
I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, I've gotten to know most of the mods in Toby's life.
Mm-hmm.
God knows I've been in enough of them. I'm always around, it seems like. And every single one of the mods has a different personality.
Yeah.
Every single one of the mods are incredible.
I think the end of the day, what we all have in common is that we are genuine people with good hearts, and we want to do nothing but do good for others.
Exactly.
And that's why he assembled his little Avengers squad.
Yeah. The mod squad.
The mod squad. I came up with that, by the way.
Just saying. Did? Okay.
Just saying.
I mean, yeah, even Bomber. I mean, I give Bomber crap all the time, but
as we all do.
I love Bomber to death.
We all do.
And speaking of which, I think I just saw somebody pop in here. Hello, Kim.
Speaking of Bomber, there's Mrs. Bomber. Hi, Kim.
So,
yeah, we all have our thing, for sure.
You do. And I mean, that's why when you said you'd be on the show, I was like, yes, I got a great guest.
Thanks.
So, don't be like that.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm totally just kidding. I'm messing around. All I meant was if you can get somebody that's going to draw you some followers, that's great. I'm not that person.
I don't care about the followers. I don't care about that. Okay, if I can make one person smile, if I can get one person to have something, take something away from this podcast that makes them create a little bit of positivity in their life or in somebody else's life, my job is complete.
Yeah.
That's what I want people to take out of this.
And that's what we all strive to do, I think, every day. So, yeah. Yep.
So it's
Well, thank you, Melissa. Way to make a girl feel pretty. I am fun. She is fun-sized. But don't mess with her. She's like a wild jackrabbit. She'll get you.
Oh, goodness gracious. We got some funny people in here. But that's good, because that's what we want. It's positivity. All right. I've been talking, and I believe this one right here has got some of the things she wanted to get into.
Yeah. I did it right.
They were practicing the pointing. I was like, oh, we're inverted. I'm so confused.
So, yeah. The Southern Tigger told me that you have some sort of fascination with sugar skulls. Tell me about that.
I don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea what he might be talking about.
Look at her head.
No idea. Yes. I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know when it happened. I guess so 2008-ish. I met the man I was with at the time. And we were part of a motorcycle club. And when you're part of a motorcycle club, one of the things is you don't have to, but you're encouraged to sort of wear their merch, like their clothing. And a lot of it had skulls. And I was like, it just noticed that I kept buying everything because I just liked it. And it grew into more of me buying anything that had skulls, and then anything that had sugar skulls, and then suddenly the next thing I knew, I was just obsessed with sugar skulls. So my entire house is decorated in sugar skulls. My body has sugar skulls. I think that's only that's it. Most of my clothing does. Yeah, I just love that. I just love them. I think they're beautiful. That's it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Can you do the makeup?
No, I suck at makeup. So I did do it one year for Halloween. I did all right. It was pre-TikTok, but once you're on TikTok and you see these amazing artists, you're like, yeah, I'm not touching that ever again. I think what I may do is bring a bunch of makeup to the family reunion and get Kim and or Heart and Soul to like do up my face at least once, because I think I need to have it done the right way at least once in my life.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the reunion. This the first one, so
Me too. I missed the last one because of COVID.
yeah. We're
And
going.
yeah.
Or I'm going. I don't know. Are you going with me?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll
Okay.
go.
She's like, yeah,
I
I'll
like to
go.
meet everyone. I like to meet everyone in person.
Yeah.
That's just the thing.
Yeah. It was funny. We were just talking about it. Toby was in a live a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, and he was saying, someone asked if he'd met all of his mods, and he's like, yeah, I met them all except Shanu and Tony because they're in another country. And I'm like, he hasn't met me. And Angel goes, you haven't met Tam. And he goes, yes, I have. And she's like, no. And I'm writing, no. He's like, God, it feels like I met her. So I took it as a compliment. And I was like, well, soon enough, my friend, soon enough. So he's got chicken Tam. It's like I'm there all the time.
Oh, Lord. Have mercy. And I think we just got to go.
You already have that weekend off?
Have that weekend off. Yep.
I am earmarking my next, when we get that stimulus check we're supposed to get, I'm literally not touching it. That's what I'm using it for.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yep, not touching it.
Yeah.
Gonna book the Airbnb. Get it. We're gonna drive, so we're only about 9 hours away, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, we're only like 40 minutes.
What?
Nice.
Oh, is that? I thought we were like an hour and a half.
No, it's not even.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking for an
Okay.
Airbnb, so I may check with you, Tigger, to see what areas are nice out that way, because I need to find one. I want to find a house.
Yeah, just hit me up. We'll
I will
do that.
I will.
And
Wrath has that weekend off as well. Yeah, Wrath and I are thinking about going in on a Airbnb so that his whole family can come and have a place to chill while the rest of us go over to the madness that is the family reunion.
yeah. Oh, Kim may have already taken care of that.
You found an Airbnb? Like for all of us? Party time. Cool.
Okay. Athena,
Yeah.
did you have anything else? I thought you had some more stuff down there. I'm sorry, y'all. We're winging this because
It's okay.
Yeah.
Minute we would normally
We were.
up.
No. Well, the way I want to end, and we're not ready to end by any means, but the way we want to sort of ask each of our guests every week or whenever we do this live is to ask about who are some of your favorite positive creators on TikTok?
Do you want me to answer that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we have an obvious one, right? Toby and Angel are two of my favorites. I find them to be, they've actually, both of them helped me through a really hard time personally. So they are definitely two of my favorites. Let's see, who else? There's so many. I'm a big fan. So to me, positive is how they make me feel like when I'm down, or I love Corey Nation.
Yeah.
Corey just always has a good vibe. He's never in like the drama. He does some amazing cosplays. So I'm a big fan of Corey Nation. Of course, I think like JT Laybourne and Ed Dudes and all those guys are great, and I love what they're doing. They don't need my praise. They're doing all right by themselves.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I'm trying to think who else is like. I'm trying to think of those ones where I go looking for the content, right? Like that's there's a new creator that I adore. She's doing very well. Her name is Stanzi Potenza. If you don't know who that is, she's a 20-something. She suffers from severe epilepsy, so she can't drive. She hasn't had an episode in a couple of years. But she does a lot of satire with the way the world is today, but in probably the best way ever. And one of my favorite things that she does is she takes a lot of those videos that men post about how women shouldn't do this and women shouldn't do that, and she just spins it in the best possible way you could ever see. So you have got to take a look at Stanzi Potenza because she's freaking amazing. Who's my
link to?
Yeah, you want me to send a link to Stanzi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Who's my most influential female TikToker? Trying to think. There's just so many.
That's a no-brainer right there, Kim. We all love Tainted.
Tainted Lyric is great. I think Bar None is great. For me, probably influential female TikToker. So there's probably one that's going to go way underrated here. Is It's Just Heather, and not a lot of you are going to know who that is. She was one of my first friends on here. She's actually should be like on Grey's Anatomy like right now as an actress. She's amazing. She's an amazing actress, and just is a mom doing it out of her house for fun, but God, she's good and just a good human being. So probably her. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you one that that's got me, and I'll answer the same question that Rath put up there. Blue Eyed Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking you would bring her up too.
And the Ferginator. The Ferginator's a good
Ferginator.
one for me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blue Eyed Darkness is great.
Yeah, she. I told her this when we were talking to, talking to Limitless a couple weeks ago, that she kept showing up on my FYP, and I'm like, who is this? And always, every time I open the app, she would be the first one there on my FYP, and I'm like, started falling in love with her Skullsy, and just kept going. All right, I've got to start following this person. And the more videos I watched, I was like blown away.
Yeah.
How positive she is.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. There's just so many. There's so many that are doing such great things artistically. I'm drawn to, people that are musically inclined or artistically inclined, cosplayers, No Ordinary Makeup Mom. One of the most underrated, if I could stand at the top of the Empire State Building and scream this woman's name, I would. There's you see a lot of these people that do the full face makeup and everything. There's a woman named the Brooklyn Post. And if you're not following the Brooklyn Post, please do. This woman should be, it's crazy to me how she's not blown up on TikTok. It's just crazy to me. What creator has influenced you to make better videos content? Toby. 1000% Toby. 1000%. I would never have done any original content. Susan would never have been a thing without Toby. The secretary to, Toby's live secretary, that came out of that. And my kid, because my kid's been on TikTok for a few months. He's surpassed me. He's already gotten sponsorship deals. He makes his own stuff. He edits it all. He has amazing content. He tripled me in followers in like 3 weeks.
Wow.
And he's a sports guy, and he found his niche right off.
Yeah.
He started doing these things about fantasy football. Mm-hmm. They blew up. And so he makes me want to be a better TikToker. My son's TikTok is Benchwarmer Brand. So he makes me be better. In fact, sometimes I go to him and look at him and I'm like, I need help. Heart and Soul is severely underrated as a makeup artist. 1000%, Kim. Yep, 1000%.
Another one that I think is underrated, though she's not really underrated, but the Swedish lady. She has got some amazing.
I don't know that one.
The Candy Skulls does phenomenal transitions, and her face paint and everything is just off the chart.
I'll have to check. Yeah, send me that link. I'll have to check her out. Definitely have to check her out.
Yeah. There was another question in here. I thought.
Boy band war. Where do you stand?
What is it?
Boy band war. Where do you stand?
So I'm a little, based on my age, this boy band thing is a little bit behind me because, like, I kind of was already like not really in it. So if I'm gonna make a boy band decision, I'm purely gonna make it based on what these men look like now. So I'm going with NSYNC because I'm obsessed with Justin Timberlake. And there you have it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. I don't know. He just grew up to be a really cool adult, and I just like him, you know. I mean, I love Donnie Wahlberg, don't get me wrong. But New Kids on the Block for life. So, yeah, I mean, New Kids, I didn't like their music. Back in that time frame, I was hair metal all the way. I was not listening to that music. I was already, you know, listening to the hair bands and doing all that. So Kim's a few years younger than me, so she was in it at that moment, and I was already kind of like, eh. So, but it's fun to watch for sure.
I think as far as influencers and who helped me in wanting to make my creations better, I gotta go D-Flix. I gotta go D-Flix 100%.
Yep.
Toby also, but Toby's content is unique, and what he does with the pratfalls, him and Angel, that's something I can't do, and I wouldn't even attempt to try to do it.
Right.
D-Flix is just pure genius with what he does.
And Zombie Bry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Talk about underrated. Zombie Bry has what, like 10,000 followers?
Yeah.
That dude should have 100 bajillion.
Yeah. He should definitely be over.
Yep.
So let's see. We have more questions.
What is your favorite non-mainstream? You misspelled hairband, but I know what you meant. Non-mainstream. Bullet Boys. Nobody even knows what songs they sang. But Bullet Boys.
Songs, but I remember.
Bullet Boys had a really dirty song, and I loved them. And to this day, if it comes on my hair metal station on XM, I will crank that bad boy. They had a song called "Smooth Up in Ya." You can just assume what it's about, but it would be the Bullet Boys.
Okay.
Now I'm going to tell you one that you need to listen to now.
Okay.
That's out now, and I want everybody to look at these guys. Weekend Picnic.
Already got them.
Okay.
Got them. Someone sent it to me recently.
I brought them up in one of Toby's lives and I've actually talked with Ethan, who was the lead singer of the band, and had Toby play their song Remember October live, and had them come into the live that night.
Yes. Okay, that's where I heard it. I was in there. Yep, I was in there.
And
Another great one, it's a female fronted singer that's on TikTok, is The Damn Truth. And she comes on a lot and just does some like crazy covers of like Janis Joplin and stuff. But if you go to their Spotify, their original music, her voice, their music, their songs are amazing. And it's the Damn Truth.
Okay.
Yep. So if we're going to mention D-Flix, we have to bring Wee Dot into the talk too. Absolutely. Wee Dot is a great creator. She's visually amazing and just a cool human being.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
And D-Flix's better half also. She's amazing.
Yep. Mariah. Yep. For sure. And Matthew Ewald, who writes a lot of the stuff with D-Flix, who's not really on TikTok anymore, but he's doing some off TikTok films and things that I've been lucky enough to see, and he's an amazing creator as well. There's so much talent on here; it's insane, and it
really is.
And I randomly will just go to like Toby's page or just random friends' pages and see who they're following because I feel like I'm missing out, and 9 times out of 10, I'm missing out.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I'm new to TikTok. I've been lurking for a couple of months, but I haven't really been like,
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
Except for, maybe the last few weeks, maybe a month or so. And I go to my For You page and I get all kinds of stupid stuff.
Well, my For You
And
page is stuck on pit bulls, tattoos, and food. And I can't seem, I mean, those are all good things. But if I want to find new stuff, I've got to go out. So that's what I do is I just go to my
Mhm.
friends' pages and start looking at what they're looking at. And a lot of times I'll get pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, Greg's got another one down in here.
Lollygag Dan, yes. So I have been very fortunate to work with Lollygag Dan. The newscaster stuff's been on hold because some of the characters have had some personal stuff, but I did do two videos. And he's just an amazing writer. The vision that he has, like he tells you, so he sends you your script, and like Susan doesn't say very much. Susan's whole thing is she's just disgusted with life and rolls her eyes at everyone and wants to kill you all. But he, from everything from like giving you, what the script is to, can you put your camera here so that at this moment you look like this, and then can you move it here when you say this? Like it's all in his head. Like he sees it before it's there, and it's just a really cool thing to be a part of. So I'm a big fan of Lollygag Dan. Huge fan.
I'm gonna try to get him on the show one time because
He's fun.
I want to pick his brain. There's so many people that I want to try to get on the show here.
Yeah.
I actually
we're just getting started, so
yeah. I actually sent out an email. I guess it's been about 3-4 weeks ago. Kim, if you're still in here, or I hope you're listening, to Kim to get her and Bomber and Khaleesi on here, and never got an answer.
The mod compound.
Yeah, the mod compound. I don't know if their messaging on TikTok doesn't work anymore or not, but yeah. So I'm trying to get most of the mods on here. I'd like to do a giant one with all the mods on here at once. I think would be absolutely hilarious.
We talked about doing a modcast, but I put it on hold just because a lot of our friends and people are all sort of diving into this podcast thing, and I didn't want to sort of jump into something that's sort of saturated at the moment when everybody else is just really trying to get going. So I was like, you know what? Let's just wait and see how it all pans out. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure you could get most of us to do this.
Yeah.
It'd be loud and obnoxious, but
Yeah, well, anything with Bomber as part of it is going to be loud and obnoxious. So that's just Bomber. But all right, Wrath, I see you down there saying you'd be down for it. So I'm going to hit you up. And yeah, I think Bones. I want to try to get Bones on here.
Yep.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that I want to bring on the show because I find that they're very positive in different ways.
Yeah, I've just gotten to know Bones pretty recently, and yeah, he's a really awesome guy, and his character that you see kind of on TikTok and stuff. He's a true sweetheart behind the scenes. I mean, not that he's not sweet in front of the camera, but there's that sarcasm piece to him when you're watching him. But behind the scenes, he's just such a sweet dude. So he made me laugh because after my fundraising singing live, he was like, "I had no idea you could sing." I'm like, "Dude, you've been following me for like a year and a half. How do you not know this?" Guess those videos really aren't getting pushed out.
Yeah. So there's one last thing that I wanted to tackle here, and then we're going to get to Athena's quote corner after that.
Okay.
And it's the infamous house party moment.
Yeah. I fell asleep. I fell
asleep in a house party.
I fell asleep in a house party, and I snored a lot. Yeah. Now, so we were all on house party, and we were having a good time, and I was in this bed laying down, and I knew I was going out. Like I felt it. Like I knew, like I felt like I was falling asleep. But like when you're having those like where you're like waking up and so it's like you feel like it's only been like 5 seconds, but it was probably like 30 minutes and you just didn't realize it. I fell asleep and I woke up, and when I woke up, the screen was on and there was nobody there, and I was like, oh crap, I fell asleep, but the room was locked, so I knew I wasn't like being, stalked by some weird creeper. And then I woke up to the videos. But in true Tam fashion, I posted the video myself.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
That was the good
I
part
ain't
about
shy. Yeah, so I didn't hear any of it. I didn't know Toby came home. I didn't know he heard me. I didn't know he said, Jesus Christ, Tam. I snore, and the worst part is I've been telling, well, he's asleep, but I've been telling him forever, I don't snore. And literally, I have no leg to stand on now.
it.
Because clearly I do.
Yeah, there's video evidence that you do snore.
But I love them because they were all so cute about it, and they had a really good time with it, and I never felt like betrayed or anything. But I will tell you, anytime I'm on house party with them now and I'm in bed, I make sure I mute myself. Yes, she did post it in the mod chat, and I posted it publicly. I didn't care. I'm pretty transparent. I think
If you can't laugh at yourself, who are you going to
no.
laugh at?
And I think if I could digress for 1 second, I think that's why my sort of little Tamtastic crew that I have is so loyal and it has been so great to me, is because I do show the made up singing, diva, and then, the screwed up, half asleep, snoring, no makeup face at, midnight.
Yeah.
Our mod family is a true family. So, yeah. So I think it's fun, and it was all in good fun, and I didn't mind.
All right, so we've gotten to the point in the show that Athena's quote, let me start that again.
Go ahead.
Athena's quote quarter.
Okay.
All right. So, parting thoughts for the evening. So, just I like to do food for thought every time. And tonight's quote: "If you dare nothing, then when the day is over, nothing is all you will have gained." And the person who said that was Neil Kanan. That's something to think about. Yeah,
That's something. If you don't do nothing, nothing happens.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, on that note, Tam, thank you very much.
Thank you.
for coming
You're
in
welcome.
tonight.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Thank you, everybody that came in and watched the podcast tonight. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. We hope you do. Subscribe, because we're going to have some great guests. Mod Squad, I know you guys are in here. Kim, I'm still waiting for that answer, and I'm still waiting for my spin art, by the way. Love you guys. Everybody, go out there. Positivity creates peace. Be positive.
Yeah.
Love y'all's faces.
All right. We'll see you
See y'all
soon.
later.
Have a Tamtastic day.